Let me say a little something about incentives. I criticized capitalism the other day, and of course someone responded and said that money is an incentive that is required to run civilization. And I don't necessarily argue that point, but I do wish to point out that it is an incentive. Oftentimes it seems as if people think or assume that that is the only incentive people will answer to. And if we don't use money and make that our priority and make capital, private property, or really our singular goal for existence, as capitalism states we must, then people won't get off of their butts and do anything. But the species I belong to has this group of people called artists, and they do things for other incentives: satisfaction, pride, joy, beauty, help. And we are artists not just of canvases or songs or poems or music and stuff like that, but artists of our time and the way we use our time to affect the world around us in the relationships that we cultivate and the services that we have to offer and all of the little things that make our lives works of art. And money, obviously, is a wonderful tool in doing that. But it's not the only tool. It's not the only incentive. And if we continue looking at humanity in that way and say that humans are driven by selfish intent alone, and that is the only thing we should use to drive them, so let's go ahead and just make greed the focal point of our entire economy, of accumulating as much wealth as humanly possible, and let's make that the goal we're all striving for until Elon Musk owns everything. It just doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me, because we are a much more diversified species than we often give ourselves credit for. And if we think that we are that vile a species and we're only motivated by selfish intent, then it seems as if we're just kind of on this road to killing ourselves. We've got to think better of ourselves, and we've got to think better of one another. It's not just selfish intent that gets people out there to do things. It's because they want to participate in their lives. They want to participate in the lives of others. They want to contribute to the world they're in. And we all want that and need to make avenues to allow people and empower people to do that, especially since most of our jobs are becoming unnecessary anymore. What are we going to do with these 1,440 minutes we get every day? Let's look at what incentives are really out there to change this world in the way that we want it to be, not the way we're demanded it should be.